Synchronise! That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do out here.
When you're rich, that's exactly what you need when you got a clapper.
Yeah.
You got to shout synchronise. Alexa!
That's your job.
Synchronise.
Well, we're rolling. We may as well just kick it off, eh?
Aye.
Here we are. Episode 8. Told you we'd have something special. Here he is.
Here he is.
Something special.
Oh.
It's you.
That's me.
We have Mr. Dan Sadboy of SADBOIRACECLUB
Yes.
in the house, his house. I doubt there's many people watching this that don't know who you are.
Well, should be that way.
But for the people that might not, who are you? Who are you?
Who I am Dan of SADBOIRACECLUB, which is a mental health awareness brand in the car scene.
Certainly is. It's blown up a bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Past year.
Yeah, a little
I remember when I first messaged you. All them moons ago. You were on about 700 followers, something like that.
Something like that.
Now you're on over 7,500.
Yeah.
That is good going.
Yeah,
That's good going.
Escalated somewhat.
You're doing good things.
Yeah. No, it's been really well accepted and just grown organically, which is brilliant.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah, really good.
That is good.
It's it's nice to see, especially with something such a taboo topic, if you like.
Yeah, well,
it's nice. I didn't know it would get accepted.
Well, thanks to people like yourself, it's not as taboo anymore, is it?
That's the way.
That's the aim.
Yes, that's the aim.
So we're going to get onto SADBOIRACECLUB, and I've got many things I want to discuss.
Yeah.
But first things first, we're going to start a new tradition right now.
Yeah.
Because you're the first guest.
Mm.
So first question: What are you whipping about in?
Whipping.
What are you whipping about in?
Currently, we're whipping in the 130
Oh,
BM.
Nice.
Silver.
Nice.
06.
Nice.
Aircon working. Hill assist.
What are these things?
Mod cons, Joe. Mod cons. Yeah. No, it's a beast.
Yeah.
Lovely.
It looked nice when you pulled up. Must say, I like the wheels. What are the wheels?
The wheels are One Form Edition 2.
Oh, they look very nice.
Yeah, they're decent.
I haven't seen them in person yet, but I like them in person a lot.
Yeah, no, they're good. They're sort of, I was looking at sort of other BMW wheels to put on it. But they're all cracked or welded, repaired. It seems to be a real issue with BMWs.
Yeah, we see a lot of Mercs and BMs and stuff at work, forever cracking.
Yeah.
Punches, you take wheel off, rims knackered.
Yeah, exactly that. So I wanted something sort of kind of plain-ish.
Yeah.
It's a weird shape. The 1 Series, it's like there's lots of things that do look good, but it's all the stuff that's been done loads of times. So I wanted something sort of 1552-esque, 5-spoke, just plain.
That's what I thought they were when I first saw them.
Yeah, so I think they are just a copy of those, to be perfectly honest. But
what size are they? Because they look
they're
big.
18s.
18.
Yeah, 18s. No, not staggered fit. They are 9s all round, and then 15mm spaces on the rear.
Right.
Just to give it a bit. But no, they sit really nice.
Yeah, they
come out
do.
really well. Just a minor bit of stretch.
You got a bit of stretch here and there, you know.
I feel like the old Corrado or the VW days. It was just
right. Well,
bike
that's
tyre on a rim. But no, it's nice. And then just some springs and a nice little back box delete.
It looks very nice. It's tasteful.
Yeah. It's still ultimately my daily.
Yeah,
I'm still up and down the country. So,
is there any more plans for it, or is it just kind of see something, send it?
Yeah,
is that what happens?
Yeah, it's everything's always for sale. So no, I'm terrible with cars.
Well, because as I understand, your current race car, your Civic, was your daily, and it made the transition to race car.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it's sort of the Civic was bought when my son was born. Well, about a year after my son was born. As a sort of, I've always had 2 cars, so I wanted to obviously save money. So I thought I'll get the best of both.
Yeah,
it's safe. It's got ISOFIX and all that jazz, but it's still a bit of fun. And that just got out of hand, and I modified it to the point it's at now. And then bought the BMWs a daily, and now that's got no MOTs off the road. It's just complete. I've ended up spending all the money on the BMW that was planned to fix the Honda, so that's going to have to wait till New Year. But yeah, I think the years of dailying it has proper taking its toll on it.
Yeah.
And it's always had everything it's needed, but it's got to the point now where it needs a damper, it needs all the brakes doing.
Yeah.
It's everything sort of culminating into this mess of just money needed.
Is it getting done?
It will be in the new year, yeah.
Yeah.
I do miss... to be honest, as good as the Beamer is, when you're pinning it down some lanes, it's nothing on the Honda.
Yeah.
It's just, in a straight line, 3 litre, 6 spots, brilliant,
Yeah.
but it just got nothing on
What-
this Civic.
Brake horsepower are they?
260.
That's alright, isn't it?
It's alright, it does move, man.
Yeah,
It
can
does
imagine.
go, yeah, it's nice. And the manual box is really nice. But
Next tradition, new tradition question that we're going to ask. Car history. You strike me as a guy that's had many. So we'll go for like a greatest hits.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So like best, worst, you know.
Yeah, okay.
Most sentimental
Yeah,
sort of thing.
I know what you're saying.
The one that got away.
It's 38 cars in total.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that
Yeah,
many.
yeah, it's been a
Jesus
few.
Christ. Yeah, best of then, please.
Best of. Best
me.
of. Do you want to? Should we do a top 3?
Yeah, do a top three.
Okay, so number 1 was I had a Corrado, 16 valve, nugget yellow. Absolutely on its arse. It's the car that got me into car modification, really.
Yeah.
It's absolutely love that thing. I had it for about 2 years when I was about 19, and then swapped it for a Golf and just regret it ever since.
Oh no.
So yeah, I'd have that back in a heartbeat. And then my second ever car was a Volvo 850 T5. That was awesome.
You probably know more about that than me.
We grew up with a lot of Volvos.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's do you remember the touring car days
Yeah.
and the Volvo? Do you remember the Volvo?
Yeah. Them that we saw at Car Zoo.
Yeah.
Oh right. Yeah. Yeah.
One of them basically. Obviously road going version. So it's a 2.3 turbo. When I was what was I then? 18. So I
Nice.
literally worked to pay the insurance, the fuel, and then everything that went wrong with it. But yeah, that was an awesome car. Number 3 is it's the Civic now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that thing.
Wow.
I've had it 3 years now. I sort of after the Corrado, I've had so many cars because I couldn't find a car I liked as much as the Corrado.
that. Right. That's what I'm worried about if I ever get rid of MX-5.
I've learned that it's when you get bored of a car that you've had a long time, it's because you do deep down like that car,
Yeah.
but you've just settled. But if you got rid of it,
Is this ringing any bells, Tony?
Ding, 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 ding.
you'd regret it. You'd fully regret it.
Is this speaking to you?
I missed that. Whoop!
Is this a 350?
Oh, yeah.
See,
It's one of them. I said that Kazu put one on. That I think it was $7,000, but that's an import, which will be immaculate underneath. But it was like a ridiculously bright yellow, and I'm like, if I had $7,000, I'd still send it. I'd wrap it.
have they dropped in price? Or they going back
Oh,
up
I haven't looked at them recently, but when I got rid of mine, they were on their arse.
there?
You
Oh, are they?
get one, a standard one, $3,500, $3,000. They were on their arse.
I thought they were like 5 or 6 still.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's the same with my Civic, the FN2. It's just the arse is falling out of them now.
Yeah.
I think the EP3s are going to start going up very soon.
Yeah.
I think they already have,
Yeah.
to be fair, especially for a decent one.
Yeah.
That's why you need to get on it. Like.
Probably right. But FN2s, I've got no reason to sell it now. It owes me nothing really.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
got to the point where I've done so many miles commuting from Birmingham to Kent in it. It's owed me, and now it just needs a bit of love.
Bit of TLC.
Yeah, it's just deciding what to do with it. It needs a lot. So
How old's your boy?
my boy,
Aye,
4.
4.
Mm-hmm.
Get him helping.
He needs to start paying his way, to be honest. There's a lot of money in that child.
Got a lot of money in that child.
Yeah, he owes me a lot. I'm going to stop tallying it up, start taking shit out of his room.
That's mine. That's
Yeah.
mine. That's
I bought
mine.
that actually last Christmas. So, yeah, no, he loves it.
Yeah.
And ultimately, it's that car that got him into cars. So.
Yeah. I like that little Audi R8 ride-on thing.
Yeah,
Did you
yeah.
camber it out?
Yeah. There's more time gone into that than my own Honda because the front of them it's like its own subframe almost, a metal frame.
Yeah.
So I've chopped it all up to get it low, and then to get the camber we had to cut the arms, re-weld it, weld the steering bracket on the top.
Jesus
It's just like
Christ.
proper engineering.
rebuild.
Yeah. So it's an absolute waste of time.
What car that you've out of your 38? I don't even know how you get to that number.
A lot of debt.
Which is your biggest mistake? Like why?
It was the Golf I swapped the Corrado for.
Really?
It was a Mark II Golf GTI on bike carbs, and it was just a heap.
That sounds pretty tasty.
Dog
though.
shit.
Right, okay.
Carbs are just a mess. You just
Yeah.
could never get them right.
Mm-mm.
The adapter, the manifold and everything was just awful. It was just a mistake.
Just a
But that was
headache.
because I got into the mindset that, I'm bored of this Corrado. I want to swap it for something. Oh, that looks cool.
Yeah,
Mistake, mate.
like a spare in the moment.
Yeah, regretted it pretty much as I was driving it home. I was just like,
Oh shit!
the saving grace was the bottom end went in the Corrado as he drove off.
Really?
It's like, oh,
Christ!
it's like, didn't want to go.
They're worth a bit now, them Corrados, aren't they?
Well, interestingly, I found the bloke who's got it now.
Oh,
I
yeah.
managed to track him down just through the power of social media. And he was like, I want $6,000 for it. I was like, no, delete. He's just like,
Keep it.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, I don't really want to sell it, so $6,000. It's a bit tappy now. And I was like, absolutely keep it, mate.
There's a woman across the road. She was my old school science technician. She used to have a dark navy blue one.
Yeah.
No idea what it was. Like, I used to come roll into school and I'd be like, it just to where it was just a car, cheap car that she'd found. All like,
It's just something from the future with the pop-up spoiler. They were
Yeah,
decent.
I do like them.
Yeah.
They are cool.
I don't know how I'd react to it now. I mean, when I had it, it was like a ripped cat's eyes out the ground. It was that low. It was just that was the whole point of it, getting as low
Christ.
as possible, and that's what I loved it for. I couldn't deal with that now.
Have you seen pictures of what it looks like now? Did he send you some pictures?
Horrendous.
Really?
Or like not really low on some horrible TSW wheels.
Oh dear.
That's kind of what put me off. If it was as it was, I'd be down the bank.
Yeah.
Getting
I want
alone.
6k for it. We Tech 12.
Yeah, I'll give you 8. But yeah, no, it's that's kind of helped really. But yeah, thankfully, I sort of was in the mindset a lot. I want this back. I'll do whatever to get it back. Found it, saw it, and I was like,
Yeah.
probably wouldn't
Maybe
be the same.
cause I vowed that I'll find my Mini again one day.
Yeah.
I hope that doesn't happen.
Is it on the road still? Have you done it?
I haven't.
Oh.
Have a look now. Let's find out.
Yeah, let's do it. 'Cause
See if
that's
it's
the power,
been
isn't it, of what you can do now.
I can't remember where the guys came to pick it up from.
do not reg.
Oh, I do want a picture.
That's
This is
pretty
going deep.
critical for this giant.
Yeah, it really is, isn't it?
Search minis. Oh, it's on the road.
I know it was silver. Yeah, great time.
Is that your first car?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
red.
I did not have it for long enough.
Yeah.
I remember, I think, like, obviously we spoke years and years ago, like we were best mates sort of thing, and then it was like drifted apart through high school. But I remember we got, I think when you just had your bike, we like sort of got back in touch sort of thing, and then that started having problems. And then you got a Mini,
Yeah.
and they were like, have you got a battery boost back? It's like battery's gone, alternator's gone. It was just like every day it's breaking down.
It wasn't horrendous.
No.
It broke down on me like properly once, where I was
Yeah.
like stranded in the middle of the road, and that were it. I should have just put up with it really, but
That's just part and parcel of it.
I'm just a little bitch. Right, I've got it.
Oh.
J840
Mm-hmm.
CVG.
Oh.
Last MOT'd.
It's expired.
Oh, boo.
What you mean at? What?
It passed in 2017, so it may be dead. But if it's not, it did 29,500 miles. Passed with absolutely nothing.
Oh. You wouldn't expect it to go from that to...
Dead, unless it's just chucked away somewhere. Someone's bought it and gone, I'll have that.
Yeah,
just
Put that away.
Put
Give
it in
it
a shed.
Give that 10 years.
Bastards.
Yeah.
Scum.
Track
Scum
it
they
down,
are.
Jake. Let's track it
I
down.
need to.
With the power of social media, let's track it down.
But I think I need the money first.
That is, yeah.
We found it. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, damn it. Now I know I can buy it.
But, yeah, I miss it.
They get you like that, don't they, cars? It's a whole car person thing. Like, people don't understand it.
No.
You do get close to your car. I think I pat the Beamer on the dash every time I do a long journey, and it's just like, well done,
Cheers,
mate.
thank you.
Thanks. Please don't break down on the way home.
I used to do that in like 350. Like if I go to Lakes or Scotland or something, you get there and it just be like, all right, I'll just pull in this lay-by and have a bit of a chill. It'd be like, well done, you.
Yeah.
Well, you've
Yeah.
just done that. You've got it. And
He's, TJ Hunt. I don't know if you watched TJ Hunt.
Yeah.
He built that 458, took it to SEMA. It's 4 weeks after SEMA, something like that. He sold it. They were a collector that had the actual GT3 race car.
Yeah.
So he wanted that to put next to it in his collection. So he said he got made an offer that would be stupid to turn down, sort of thing. And And then when the deal was done, he was like recording, and you could just see in his face, he just kept looking back at car. Because like the amount of time that you spend with these things, and you know everything about them, you've took it all apart, you've put it all back together, it's like got you in it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, fully.
So you could see, even though he didn't have that car for that long, like it's mad. Just his reaction to, oh shit, it's going, it's mental.
I think people like to think they're just materialistic things and you can just get rid of them, but deep down it's like I mean, I personally spend at least 4 hours a day in the Beamer, travelling. So like you're gonna get your little thing, isn't it? You get comfortable in it, you know everything about it, and it's just nice.
I think that's the difference between someone that likes cars and a car guy. Like someone that likes cars likes a fancy car and it looks nice and it's fast.
GTRs. Oh my god, it's a GTR.
4 turbos.
But then a car guy, he could have a 300 quid shit box and it'd mean the world to him.
Exactly that, mate. Yeah, that's the point.
That's the difference,
it's
isn't it?
Finding something you like in a car rather than liking a car because it's a supercar or because the world tells you this car's amazing.
It's
not
like
about that.
When we went to one of your meets, I can't remember, the little black, I think Suzuki or something, where it had like the cut out see-through bonnet bit.
Oh, that were shit. A Glanzer Starlet, something like that. Yeah.
But like you could tell that he'd done bits of it himself, like, and you could tell like it was a little nugget, but it was his like pride and joy sort of thing. It's like,
he showed up on his own, didn't he, to show his car off, and
that's what it's about. And it's there's a lot of people need to appreciate that more, I think.
Yeah,
in a car scene.
100%.
It's just like you like what you like, and at the same time, people like it. You shouldn't have to feel like you need to like something because
other people do.
Social media's telling you to. You like an Astra 1.6 petrol. Fucking like the Astra 1.6 petrol. Do what you want to it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I've had such a broad spectrum of cars now because they're cars I've wanted to experience. It's like, why should you care about?
Why should you not?
But back then, again, it was social media wasn't so big, and Instagram didn't exist.
Yeah.
It was just like shooting your mates with cars. So it was a massive thing then.
It is more hard work these days because there's just so many opinions out there. I'm not saying that's wrong, but it's not necessarily the best thing for people.
No, you can muddy the waters.
Yeah,
people are more inclined to listen to other people's opinions than to what they want
to make their own. Yeah.
So we need to bring that back.
Definitely.
We need to bring some pretty horrible cars to the scene just to get a bit
2020 mission statement. Yeah. There it is.
Yeah.
Shitbox galore.
just horrible cars. I'm thinking like, Belmonts. Do you remember Vauxhall Belmonts? Get one, Cabby. Get one of those.
Oh god, yeah.
Keep it standard height.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just do burnouts.
Just standard height. Wheels 3 sizes too small.
Yeah.
Space savers all round.
Yeah.
Do you know what was a thing? I don't think it still is. Back in the day, when in the VW scene, edition 38 scene, when that was you'd get wheel trims that are too big for the wheels.
So it made
the wheels look bigger and it'd give you a low profile tyre. But it was like fully accepted.
Really?
Yeah, this was a thing in the scene. Like,
it's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, golf's
and
everywhere.
now you can't even buy wheels for 500 quid because they're a rep of a set that cost 800.
Yeah.
500 fucking quid.
I saw, what did I see the other day? Genuine rotors.
Yeah.
Genuine rotors.
Genuine rotors.
Yeah. I don't know if that's because I'm old, but I remember rotors came out and it was just like these are copies of T37s.
Yeah. You mean like an original design?
Yeah. And that, because of the way the scene's gone and grown up, it's like now that's not wrong. But
mine are rotors on MX-5. They're a copy of some Japanese wheel
Citroen
or something.
Wheels.
Citroen, or the Citroens,
Citroen wheels.
Which you kindly
every time I see them, I want to send a picture to Citroen wheels. Should have bought them.
But it's one of them, innit? It's like when the wide body kit goes on, I'm probably going to have to pay for some wheels, like expensive. But that's not so I can have a name on it. It's because I'm going to need to.
Yeah.
Because you're not getting a £500 set of wheels that are negative 38 offset and 10-inch wide. It's not happening. So, needs must.
It's how you justify your money as well. I mean, for me, I've never had an issue with running rep wheels. I've had plenty of rep wheels.
Yeah.
I can't personally justify spending thousands on genuine wheels It's just not somewhere I want to put money into a car.
Yeah, I don't get it.
But then I'm not interested in pure show cars. So on the other side, you can understand why someone would.
Yeah.
But it's
I wouldn't do it for the sake of doing it.
No.
But like I say, you're not getting a £500 set of wheels with the specs that I'm going to need. It's like a necessity thing.
Yeah.
If I could, then I definitely would get cheaper wheels.
Yeah.
But I think I'd struggle very hard.
And it's also the way you're going with the 5 always warrants the money spending on them anyway, because it's going to be something special.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be a beast.
'Cause I'm in too deep. No, it's going to be fun next year. Definitely.
Yeah.
You have to come up while we're doing it.
Yeah, well, 100%.
Fucking sun! Bits of sandpaper just flying everywhere, just fucking done.
Oh god. No, it's going to be great. It's going to be really fun.
Keep that bit misty for the minute, and then we're like, just think of the finished product, think of the finished.
Oh god.
The bodywork's fun. You've obviously never done it long enough. Do you know what's really fun about? I did an apprenticeship when I left school 16 at a Lotus and TVR specialist body shop.
Nice.
Yeah, no.
Right.
There's nothing fun about getting a 70s Lotus and sandpapering it back to fiberglass. 30 years. Resprays and probably lead-based paint. It is horrible.
Standing like, goodbye lungs.
Yeah. Like, legitimately, my right arm was bigger than my left. Not even like...
From that apprenticeship.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, it was horrible. Absolutely horrible. That was one of those, like, things you imagine to be a dream job. It's just
I
horrendous.
do, like, hats off to people that do that for a living.
Oh, God, yeah.
Jesus Christ. They probably have the equipment.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
but still.
Even with that, I mean, for that sort of thing, you could only go so far with like a DA because you would genuinely alter the shape of the car if you went too far with it. So like dips in it and stuff. But
Still,
yeah.
Imagine waking up in the morning, knowing full well where you're going, knowing full well what's waiting for you.
Yeah.
See, that for me is like detailing.
No way, is that half an hour already?
Should have about 6 minutes-ish. But
What,
I did hear a
carry on
bit.
detailing?
Yeah, like I think it's Auto Finesse on Instagram. Like they post a lot of like step by step of what they're doing in like the garage and stuff. But like to me, that is the worst job I could ever imagine doing. But some other people, that's like their dream. They'll go and spend hours and hours and hours.
I just don't have the patience.
No, I don't
at all.
It's like, well, you shout me for cold water in it, cold water and a bit. If it gets a bit of fairy liquid on it, it's just literally cold water, a bit of a spray.
Yeah, I understand not wanting to do a 12-stage detail, clay bar, everything. But you take that piss.
It's like the Jeep. I haven't even washed the Jeep once, not even hose, but rain's washed for that car.
That's a Jeep though. With 350, he has a cold hose pipe outside. No pressure. Do you know, like no end on it?
Yeah.
It's just and hose.
Just a drip.
Turns it on and it's just like when, and he's just like.
Have you got to throw the water at it?
Yeah, he's just like. He's like, right, done. I'm like, I can't be here anymore.
I'm with you though. I've got to that point where I took the BMW to a one of those car washes, an Eastern car wash the other day, just because they do a much better job than I can ever do or be bothered to do.
I like on a nice day, bit of a jet wash, bit of a snow foam, bit of a quick detail. I like that. Any further than that is too much. I get bored.
In summer, when we went to yours and that, we're like, that I didn't mind too much. Like we're like, snow foaming, detail and stuff. I can get into this. 3 months later, this is the worst thing ever. I'm never washing the car ever again.
It's funny, isn't it? I used to detail my Corrado 2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Full wax.
Yeah. I washed my big fat Mini more than I washed the MX-5.
Yeah.
Why? Like twice as much surface area.
It was a huge car.
Why did I do that?
It's not the medium. It's not a mini.
Medium.
It's medium. Was it a Clubman? It was a Clubman, wasn't it? Was it Clubman?
Countryman.
Oh my god.
Big boy.
Why? Why a Countryman?
Because it was cheap insurance for it, were.
What was it? Is it a Cooper?
Cooper SD.
Oh.
Diesel.
No.
Don't know why I did that either.
But it's shifted though.
Yeah, it was like $1,000 cheaper than like a 1.2 Polo would have been for me to insure.
It's mental.
With a 2 litre turbo diesel.
It's because no one your age has ever
No
owned a
one wants
Countryman. They've been like, oh god, no.
Yeah, that was that'd be my biggest regret if you were wondering, that car. But you live and you learn.
You got to try these things, mate.
You do.
You don't know, do you? Until you try it.
No.
All part of life's rich tapestry. Oh, that's
With your fancy ass words, get the fuck out.
Christ.
I like that.
Right, should we get into some sad boy stuff? Because
Yeah.
I've got some questions and some notes and some stuff that I want to get through.
Ask away.
Right. I've got my list here.
Yeah.
This is first interview, you know. So I'm going to need notes.
Are you going to put some sort of dramatic music over this?
Oh, I could do it. Come on.
Yeah.
Chris Tarrant Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
When that light falls down.
Oh God, yeah. Right. I've said a lot of this already. I've fucked it.
You made this.
Yeah. Right. So cars in your 38 cars. So sad boy. Mental health awareness. You've had your own experiences with that, which we'll get onto in a bit.
Yeah.
But was cars always a way for you to release from stuff like that?
Yeah, 100%. But I don't think I ever realised the real use of cars. You know, you've got free. You pay what you pay for your car every month. It's in that sense a free tool as an escape. So yeah, I think it's one of those. I never really realised it, but those 3 days a week I spent cleaning the Corrado, although I probably didn't suffer as I did and now as I do a bit now, but it's still, you sort of invest your time in it, and it just takes your mind off stuff. And I think they're ace for that. There's so much you can do. There's so many aspects to do with cars that you could use to distract yourself. They're just a brilliant tool. Yeah. So that was the whole. It's always going to be about cars. Sad boy. Always knew I wanted to do something like this, but I knew 100% it'd revolve around cars.
So take us from the point where you were struggling, like you've mentioned before, where you took yourself off and stuff like that. Go into as much detail as you want, but take us from how you got, first of all, to that point, and then how you got from there to I'm starting Sad Boy Race Club. Yeah,
so at that point, my lowest point was not long after my son was born. Believe it or not, it sounds terrible, but I think it was a life change and the shock of it all. Like, you can't prepare yourself for stuff like that. No matter what you do, you can't anticipate what's coming. It was stressful, and that's when I sort of noticed a real downward spiral until I had a breakdown at work. And that's when I sort of acknowledged. But I think in reality, I'd been suffering for about a year beforehand, but I was very much negative. Depression doesn't exist. All the rest of it, I was one of those people that just like, fucking get on with it. Yeah. So I didn't want to accept that. And then suddenly you've got a kid. And I've got my stepson anyway. And I was like, I can't be like this because I'm the man of the house. I've got to look after these kids now. I've got a son, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, it was that. And then obviously after sort of admitting that, I went through the whole process of onto antidepressants, counselling, CBT and all that for about a year. But it never really improved. And it sort of up and down to the point where I'd maxed out my antidepressant levels. So I was on the highest dose. And then I felt like it was all getting too much again. And then that's when I took myself off and got back into like crisis care after that. And went through that way. But it was sort of like, at the time when I acknowledged that I was going through this, there was nothing to support in between acknowledging your depression and actually getting support. So when I went to the doctors, they're like, right, antidepressants, you got depression, let's get you on counselling. That was about a 4-month wait. So there's nothing there, and you just sat there like, well. I think, I don't know if this is true or not, but it seems like they have sort of a one-size-fits-all when it comes to it. What, to the counselling?
Yeah, and medication and stuff like that. Like,
they do and they don't. The medication, so GPs, not a lot of people know, GPs don't have very much mental health training. So they've got their set diagnosis. These are the paths that you can put someone down. Yeah. So it's always antidepressants are offered, but they offer it alongside counselling. And then that's when so the service I use, which is a service I'm an ambassador for now with the NHS, it's self-referral. So you've just come to terms with depression, for me, after a year. So you feel a little bit relieved anyway, but then you've been asked to go yourself to a service and say, I've got depression, help me, to a load of strangers. Yeah. It's mental. So that in itself, but with that, to answer your question, it's not necessarily one size fits all because they offer you so many different forms of counselling, like CBT, which is one-on-one cognitive behavioural.
Right.
There's like counselling, there's group therapy, there's online therapy, and you can choose what you'd feel more comfortable doing.
Right. Well, I suppose that's.
But in the same sense, that's very limited because those are your options: drugs and something from this service.
Yeah.
But it's like what more at the same time? What more can they offer?
So you did your counselling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Started to feel better.
So I got my first CBT at the same time I became a director of a company.
Right.
So I was like buzzing on a natural high.
Yeah.
And I just sacked it off after 2 sessions. I don't fucking need this.
Yeah.
I feel decent. And then 3 months later, I was down again. And did nothing about it. Just pumped my drugs up, no counselling, and then that's when I tried to off myself. Because that's it. But then I went back to CBD, which was through the crisis team, and it was amazing because I saw a therapist he just taught like real life, like I tried to do now. It's like everything's shit, but do this and it'll make you better. And that's the kind of, I don't know if I was lucky to get him or whether I was more sort of conscious of what they were telling me this time, but it worked. And then it was after that point I started reducing my drugs, just generally better, down to half dosage, and then I knew then I was mentally ready to set up something like Sad Boy,
right, with
more of a passion because of all the shit I've been through. And through it all, I just felt totally just lost and alone and like I was the only person in the world suffering with it. Yeah. But in reality, you know, what I've seen through Sad Boy, it's a massive, massive problem.
Yeah, it is. So what? I don't know how to say things because I don't want to seem insensitive. Do you know what I mean? But what was it? I don't even want to say that. Like with you, what were your problems?
What caused depression?
No, was it just depression? Was it social? Sorry. Was it? Do you know?
No, just depression and anxiety.
Right, just
depression, just life basically. I think it was just got too much.
Like it does hit you, doesn't it? It is them points where it's just like, fuck, everything's here now.
Yeah, exactly that. And you know, me and my wife we've been through a fair bit of stuff. You know, money wise, we took on a lot at once. We got married very quick. Which, you know, none of this is regrets, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Married quick, evicted from a house, had to get another house, evicted from that house. Pregnant. It's all just like, you just take it on. And it's just like, although it's nice things, apart from the evictions, you just sort of take it on. And over the eviction, I was just like, right, okay, let's find another house. When inside, I'm just like, fuck's sake.
Yeah.
This is bad. But it was like, I can't show this. Because she's upset. So I'm just be like, right, let's just get on with it then and find a solution. And I think that's what a lot of people do and feel like they need to do, but you know, it's nonsense.
Yeah, your wife's very supportive of you.
She's a massive support. She's been amazing. More to just putting up with me, to be honest. Because as much as people, you know, we need mental health awareness, we need support for people suffering mental health. There's nothing for people that have to actually put up with it day to day.
Yeah,
put up with the likes of me.
Yeah.
You know, those people, you know, that could affect their own mental health, but that's just not acknowledged. So for her to do what she does and put up with me and everything else, she's she's incredible.
That's awesome. That is awesome. You mentioned NHS, how you're an ambassador. How because you do quite a lot with NHS now.
Yeah.
How did all that come about?
That was just following an article I did in a local paper about Sad Boy.
Right.
And they spotted it. So they're the Worcestershire Trust, which is where I live. So Worcester is just south of Birmingham. So yeah, that trust and that service is what I used. And they've just got a massive push on the awareness stuff, and they wanted to use service users, as they call. So people have done the stuff with the service to just support it. And you know, I everything they've asked me to do, I've done talks, I've done internal meetings with them. I've done obviously the filming lately, which is a big thing. And they're branding me an ambassador, and then I won the award for volunteer of the year, which is pretty
fucking crazy.
Which was nice, man, because went to the full awards evening, didn't have a clue, and then they announced me and another woman I've been working closely with.
That's mental.
It's just it's nice to just.
Yeah,
you don't expect things like that anyway. I'm doing it for the want to do it and to help others, but to get recognition for it and to be nominated is decent.
This is working.
Yeah, 100%.
We're doing something right. Sort of thing.
And to be honest, the people, what was good was when they did like an end of year internal meeting with the whole staff from the trust, and they invited us along to speak about the service as well. And they're like, okay, we want to hear about it. We want negatives. We want your input.
Yeah.
And they do genuinely listen, and the support you get just for talking up. I mean, it feels so normal for me to do now. You sort of forget that, you know, a year ago I couldn't have done this because I'm just like, fuck it, I ain't talking about that.
Yeah.
So no one wants to hear about that.
It's the stigma, innit?
Yeah, it is massively. And it's still very, very active, the stigma. Yeah.
Well, that's quality with NHS stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw it on Instagram, like, you're doing this talk here, and I'm like, wow. Like, it's come so far.
Yeah.
Just from, like I say, at the beginning when I first messaged you at 700 followers to what it is now is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It's a glimmer of hope as well for the NHS, because it is so... Well, everyone knows the trouble with the NHS in the minute and the understaffing and stuff, but they're actively pursuing this.
Mm.
You know, it's free awareness from my perspective.
Yeah.
I do everything volunteer-wise, so...
Yeah.
And I'll keep doing it because it's only going to help other people.
So you just said you're a volunteer, pretty much. Basically,
Yeah.
You get some comments off people, which you've addressed before on stories and whatnot, saying that you're profiting off mental health and stuff like that. Do you profit?
The Sad Boy profits to a small amount, so obviously Sad Boy needs money to keep going. Sad Boy needs money for samples. I pay for designs.
Yeah.
That's a lot of the time, and everything else that goes with it. But in terms of me, no. To put it bluntly, I mean, everything clothing-wise drop shipped, and I make about £8 on a hoodie. Yeah. Which then, you know, percentage of that goes to Calm. Yeah. And then the rest is pumped back into it. But no, I don't profit on it. I haven't seen a penny for it. It's only got to the point now where, well, I say about 6 months ago that there was enough in Sad Boy to keep it rolling. I didn't have to put my own wage into it. Yeah. And that's the point it needs to get to. I don't need to profit off it. To be perfectly honest, I don't need money from it.
When you posted these comments and stuff like that, it's just like, what are these people getting out of it? It's
I don't know. And to be honest, half of me, I get so frustrated with it, and I try not to act on it. But it's like someone kicking your son in the face.
Yeah, you're giving up so much of your time.
Yeah, I mean, people don't see, when I get home from my job, I'm a design manager in telecoms, rolling out 5G for EE and 3. It's a very demanding job. I get home at 7:30 at night because I drive 2 hours back from Manchester. I then have my dinner, and then 9 times out of 10, I'm either answering messages, packing orders till 11 at night. Yeah. So my wife's gone to bed, my kids are in bed already. I should be profiting off that. I don't pay myself anything, but even if I did, that's my time to do a service. Yeah. So, you know, that's why it's frustrating, because it's just like, you're taking the piss. And I'm not taking the piss. Even if I was paying myself, I wouldn't be taking the piss.
No. Like, I completely agree with you. Like, maybe if, like, you weren't giving to Calm and you weren't an ambassador for the NHS and all this stuff, and you were putting anxiety on a hoodie and flogging them for £35.
Yeah.
That's a bit, but that is like polar opposite to what you're doing.
I mean, there's a lot of, mental health awareness brands are growing fast, which is good, as long as they work and as long as they're doing the right thing. So I know a lot of people give to charities, which is brilliant. But I've actually made the effort to get a contract with Calm, which took 6 months for them to agree to it. I have a written contract saying I donate X percentage every month. Here's the bank details, job done, signed off by their seniors. I can't do any more. That is it. Yeah. I don't have, there's no money there to bulk buy stocks. I'm not profiting that way. I wouldn't anyway, because of the sheer amount of products I offer. And it's all the stuff we do, it's kind of trying to make people feel like they can be proud in what they're suffering with. Yeah. So like all this, like the Not Okay gang and stuff, I just want people to wear that, and someone will be like, what does that mean? And be like, oh, I got this and suffer with this. That's a whole purpose. Yeah. It's not just some nonsense brand, it's for people to wear with pride. I've had messages from people saying, like, I feel so stronger going out in one of your hoodies. That means the world to me.
That's
and that's working. Do you know what I mean? That's the purpose of it.
Well, I suppose if you get 100 of them and then one off some fool that hasn't looked into what you're doing, hasn't looked into what you've done, so be it.
You're going to get it, and I know I'm going to get it, and as it grows, I'm going to get more of it. But yeah, it is. I won't lie, it is frustrating. It does get my back up. But
Yeah, like I say, when I've seen the stories, I'm like, Dan's pissed off.
yeah. It is. Like, and I know a lot of people, like you see it on YouTube, don't you, with the comments, and people don't rise to it. Like, I've got so much respect for that. Like for example, Jamie FYD.
Yeah.
Gets no end of just negativity on every video. I'm like, why? It's just people that just don't necessarily agree with his thoughts on whatever car, but they just feel like they have the need to just go, "Brah, you're a twat."
You see,
Why?
there's 2 views I see on stuff like that. Sorry. One of them is yours. Like, just give it a rest.
Yeah.
There's no need. But then the other is, like, other YouTubers and stuff, they'll do something to the car, like something outrageous, like something really out there, and then they'll get some stick for it, and then they'll just like shun it off as, oh, you just haters, don't watch the channel, blah, 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 all this lot. You can't do something as obnoxious as wrap half your car in luminous camo and then just expect everyone to love it.
Yeah.
If you're putting yourself out there on the internet, people have opinions.
Yeah.
Some people are going to voice their opinions.
Yeah.
Not all of them are going to be good.
No.
If you don't want it, don't put it on the internet.
Exactly that, mate. Yeah, exactly that.
That frustrates me, that.
Yeah.
It does. Like, stop crying.
Have you haven't had much, have you? Yeah.
No, well, I haven't done anything outrageous yet.
Just wait.
2020.
We'll see next year.
Yeah.
Oh, God. With my fucking 75mm spacers.
Barrels
Can you imagine?
made of washers. I know you're going.
325s.
Yeah.
I'll tell you about that Corsa that came in once with that. Corsa D.
Oh, yeah, with washers.
Packed out on the back hub. Bottom 2 bolts.
For
Like
camber.
6. Yeah. They were camming into full, but top bolts weren't touching hooks. It was just like, yeah, they're on there for sure. Like,
It was dangerous.
I saw a picture on the internet once of someone who'd spaced out the wheels, so on each lug they just chucked a bit of wood in. Just like, imagine just like 5 square bits of wood. It's like,
Seems legit.
yeah, alternate spacings on each bolt.
it's actually the new flexible design.
Oh, my God.
Horrendous.
Imagine that.
Yeah, no, that's frightening.
Another thing I want to address. You did a collaboration with Strictly Static.
I did.
They're big.
They are big.
They're really big.
Yeah, really
It's
big.
like 170k or something.
Something
on Instagram?
ridiculous, yeah.
Really, really big.
Really big. Yeah.
How did that happen?
I just approached out of nowhere by Adam, who owns it.
You was approached by
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
That's
He
awesome.
messaged me on Instagram, literally out of nowhere. I said, I love what you're doing. Do you want to do something together? Because he wanted to do something. Basically, he was saying that part of his goal for the year was to give to a charity.
Right.
And he liked what I was doing and
That's
said,
awesome.
right, let's do this then. So I know he's giving percentage of his sales. I've done the same.
So you both selling them.
Yeah, so it's basically he did the design work where we spoke on the design, but he's physically printed it.
Yeah.
I just bought them in and sold them. I don't sell them now. It was a limited run for me. I know they're still available on his site, and then
Right.
we just cut the profit and donated separately. So no, it was awesome.
Did
I
you-
mean, it did wonders for my following.
Yeah, I can imagine.
More
it did.
of the international stuff as well as more stuff going out to America, Germany, for
Yeah.
example now,
That's cool.
which is brilliant. Yeah.
It's anything to get word out in it. Just
Yeah.
people will start talking about it over there. It's got all good. It's all good in it.
Yeah, it's
So-
interesting to see. Like, I was chatting to a lad in America who said he's, thanks to Sad Boys now, sat in a waiting room to have therapy. But
That's-
how they go about it is obviously they don't have the NHS.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to speak to him about how it's done.
How it works over there. sort of thing.
Yeah. It's mad really the difference, but at least it's been addressed still. That's the main thing.
If I was you, that'd trip me out. Do
It
you know,
is
knowing
weird.
that like you've affected someone's life that much in America
Yeah.
or Germany or wherever, I'd be like, I can't do this.
Honestly, mate, it's for my own personal mental health. This has been a lifesaver.
Yeah.
It genuinely has. I never used it. I never started it for that purpose, obviously. But when it's good, it's really fucking good.
Yeah.
And yeah, like you say, to get messages like that, it is nuts. It does blow my mind. And
It's
people get
mental.
tattoos of
Yeah,
the logo now. It's just.
I'm gonna say that.
It's like, these are permanent. I'd say like a couple of people messaging me before and they were like, think about it, I'm changing the meaning of the brand to like Nazi. Don't get it, no. But it's for people to do that. I mean, ultimately, it's if whatever happens to the brand, if it's not around, it's still a mental
always
health.
it always means
so
that.
There's always that. But yeah, for people to get it done, it's just like the most. I've never anticipated that. It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. But yeah, it does blow my mind, to be honest.
Did you design that one? The face, the sad face.
Yeah. So this was, and I love this because this is when I felt really good, and it was what year? Last year. So from January to the inception, about August, it took me that long to go from 40 milligrams of drugs down to 20. I've been on them so long, my body was so used to these. I had to really take them down slow, but I was feeling better and better in every drop. So I was dropping them by 5 milligrams, and I got to this point. I was like, you know what? I'm ready now, and I was like, I don't know what to call it. I don't know what to do. I don't know logos. I don't know anything. I just know I want this brand.
Yeah.
And I was just, Missy was asleep, and I was just sat in bed on just like some drawing app on the phone, and I just drew that, and I was just like, that is it, because it's so simple, but it just means so much.
Yeah.
And I was just like, and then the name came afterwards as, I don't know how that came, it just came, but it all happened in that one night, and I was just
cool.
like, that is it.
That is a cool origin story.
Yeah, that is how it's going to happen, and that's exactly how I want it to be. I want it to be rough. As I don't want any fanciness in it. It's just because it's everyone can draw that, and mental health affects everyone. So that was basically why I did it.
How do you feel when people send you designs on Forza and they've made you sad boy?
Yeah, I went on it the other night with the missus, and because I'd seen them on there, it's in the door boards and then the sticker. I went on the other night. Someone's made every sticker.
Really?
Like all of them. So I was just like, this is mad. It's the same guy as well. I'll have to find him and shout him out. Yeah. I'm sure he's messaged me, and I'm sorry, I just cannot remember his name, but yeah, he's made the same one. I'm just like, it's mad. Like, I don't even know how to do that. Like, how has he done it? It's just mental.
That is crazy.
And people started on Need for Speed, the Heat as well, the new one.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah. Well, maybe you'll be in it next year.
That'll be nice.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Status error.
Yeah. Have you seen like all the stickers and stuff on there?
No.
There's like loads of people like that.
Yeah.
Like YouTubers and.
Right.
And
like car YouTubers.
Yeah, brands and stuff like that. There's quite a lot of it. I was surprised.
You think about it, that's quite a good promotion though for them.
I was just about to say that.
If they're like, if every little YouTuber's got
My
10,000
logo's in Need for Speed. Go and buy it.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got 10,000 active followers that are like, oh, I'm going to jump on that. I'm going to have a look, rather than just like, oh, look at that new game.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I've seen one of the guys I follow on Instagram. He's got a bagged Merc. Caffeine is cool. His name is.
The AMG GTS thing.
Yeah, he was at the launch event as his car was like a character car.
Really?
That's mad. He just built a car.
That's
crazy.
crazy.
And they've gone like, that's it, we'll use that. But they'd be stupid not to target the car scene, wouldn't they, for stuff like that?
He's got quite a few followers in there.
He has, mate. Yeah, he's done some mad cars. But I think they've played that very cleverly.
They have. It's like David Dobrik. Have you heard of him? YouTube guy. Did you see that video?
Yeah.
Where EA gave him a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
And he just gave it away to his mate.
Yeah.
But that got like, I can't remember. I don't know how many it's on now, but I think it got like 11 million views in like 4 days.
The exposure they would have got from that.
Exactly.
It's just nuts.
So let's say the Lamborghini cost $150,000.
Yeah.
That's $150,000 for 11 million.
Yeah. Imagine
It's
the sales
mental.
from that.
It's mental.
Yeah.
I think the bigger companies are now starting to cotton on like social media power, aren't they? It's not
definitely.
just like, all right, we've got a product, we're just going to pump it through our channel. It's like, why don't we get everyone else, all these little ones involved?
Yeah.
You push
It's
it so
almost
much
like
further.
they need to target and just get it in volume.
Yeah.
So the likes of all these car YouTubers will do a promotion for money.
Yeah.
Fact, they will.
Yeah.
Because half of them, YouTube's paying the wage. That's their job.
Yeah.
So if they just blanket social media with stuff,
it would be probably be a fraction of the cost to what an advert would be on Sky One.
100%.
And you're going to get tenfold the amount of views on it.
It's the way forward, mate.
Yeah,
social media.
definitely.
It really is.
100%. Maybe it's a bloody hour.
Yeah. So this is good. That's when we get ready for number 3.
Going again.
Yeah.
I want to. So the Sad Boys like thing is, like you said, not okay, gang. Like your T-shirt says. Oh no, it doesn't. It says Sad Boy. Dickhead.
You want to read. Do your research.
I'm northern. We can't read. So like, not okay, gang. Yeah. It's okay to not be okay.
So
is it hot now?
That was the additional heating that I provided this week for the guest. But he's now attacking them.
I hope you've got insurance.
I've got a fair sweat on, to be honest.
I'll knock it down a bit.
You're knocking it down.
Just there's a bit of a black thing up top.
Wheel it down, I feel
Wheel
like.
it.
Put it on.
One of the ways it was.
Oh god, the numbers have vanished.
Turn the bastard off.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Going on with third degree.
Gonna text my lawyer.
Yeah, sad boy. It's okay to not be okay. All this opening up, stigmas, silly, all that stuff. I thought we could use this time to do it ourselves, really, because I've had some stuff, still have some stuff. I know you have. So if you're comfortable, obviously.
Yeah.
So
I just thought we can
Do
open
it.
up and do it.
Do it.
So it's two things mainly with me. One of them is, and I say this loosely, like social anxiety,
Yeah.
but like I think I don't like calling it that. Like am I not just a bit shy? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like where does that become? Where does shyness become a mental illness? Do you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to say, oh, I have social anxiety, and then because I feel like that's taken away from people that actually do.
Yeah.
But like I don't like meeting new people necessarily, or I do, but I'll be very quiet and I'll be cautious of what I'm saying, what I'm doing, how I look. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's just being shy, really. I wouldn't really call it social anxiety, but the main thing that I've dealt with, and I looked into it a bit because I didn't know what it was for ages, existential depression.
Okay.
So like I get scared of like long-term things and not knowing where life is, and I think this actually comes into where we were on about megalophobia, where I'm scared of big things. It's because it just makes me feel so insignificant and small and pointless.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I did that for a while, and I think it started from like when I left college. I just got a job, and then I just felt like I'm always going to be chasing something, but I didn't know what it was, and really shit. And like that's why I wanted to start YouTube, because it gave me something to focus on for like the existential stuff. So it had, like I was working towards something that I wanted to do, but then it had also helped me get out there, meet new people like yourself, and all the other people that we've met. So that.
It's good that you've addressed it yourself, and you're doing things to counteract it, like you said with the YouTube.
But
and stuff.
I didn't know what it was for ages. Like I've ruined like relationships because of it and stuff, because like I needed to sort my life out, where I was going before I could even think about anyone else. You know, stuff like that.
Yeah, which in itself's decent that you've done it rather than just go with it and just try.
Yeah, it probably would have led me down a worse path in the long run.
100%. It doesn't go away, mate.
No.
Like, mental stuff doesn't cure itself. That's just the fact of it. It's not like a broken leg.
Yeah.
It does not go away. You have to address it. But have you like had seen a GP and all that sort of stuff?
No, I thought about it because about, I don't know, maybe about a year ago, I was quite bad with it, and I did think about like going to do something about it, but I didn't know where to start. I didn't know who I needed to see, because it's not like depression. It's this existential thing that's in front of it that makes it weird.
So the thing is, anything to do with mental health, if you know you're not right in yourself, it's not get tied up with, I might have this, or obviously you're pretty confident what you have, but generally just speak to someone about it, and they'll explore it. So you'll have local around here, 100% there'll be similar services like the one I use, the NHS, self-referral. It might be worth looking at. Calm.
Yeah,
they've got their web chat. It's not even like, you don't even have to pick up the phone now. You can just sit like you would on a DM and just be like, help me out with this, and you'll get like legit decent advice, and it's free, and it might just help you sort of address it.
I think I do feel a lot better now, like recently.
It's like if you're managing it, mate, then happy days, but it'd be decent to sort of speak.
There's still like days where it comes back, but I think everyone has those days. So it is a lot better now, looking a lot better. But when I didn't know what it was and why I was feeling so shit all the time, and not knowing what I was going to do in my life, thinking I'm just going to live the rest of my life doing a job that I didn't want to do, fucking. I know everyone doesn't want to do that, but it was different. It's hard to put into words.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, I can fully appreciate that.
It's like, what's the point?
Yeah.
What is the point? Like,
you want some purpose, don't you? I
doing it all,
understand
doing everything for nothing.
that. Yeah.
It's pointless.
But
It's like,
the YouTube again, that's got every opportunity to just completely blow up this podcast.
yeah,
The same again, and that's going to give you your purpose
yeah.
if that's what you're looking for.
Well, I enjoy making videos, as I've said before, but I've never said that one of the reasons was to give me something to look into the future for,
Yeah.
like an aim, like a goal.
But if you know that, why does no one else needs to know that?
No,
Do it for you.
yeah. Well, yeah, that's me.
I'd just say, if you get to a point where you're like, oh, I want to explore this more. There's hundreds that we can chat about avenues and stuff you can go down. And like I say, Calm will help.
Yeah.
But there will be self-service, self-sign-on stuff around here as well, where you can chat to like counsellors or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just,
Like I googled it. What did I Google? It was like therapists and stuff that charge X amount for whatever. It's like, wow. Like, do I really need to do this?
Yeah,
do I need this? It's like self-denial
yeah.
sort of thing. It were for a while.
Yeah,
Surely not.
Yeah.
You know,
There's hundreds.
because I was well aware that there's people out there a lot worse than me, and I sort of didn't want to. Not take away from them, but do you know what I mean? I didn't want to.
Yeah, and that's the trap everyone falls down. But
Yeah.
you've got as much right as everyone else.
True.
You pay for the services that are on offer to you.
Yeah.
You can't prioritise yourself below other people because you might think someone's suffering worse. There's always going to be someone worse off than you. That's life.
Yeah,
But you've got every right to pursue it as much as everyone else. So
that is true.
take the opportunity.
It's true. Well,
Trump's going to buy the NHS soon, mate. So get all over it.
But yeah, I do feel a lot better with myself now and what I'm
It's
doing
good
with
that you
my
can
life.
talk about it, though, mate.
Yeah.
Because it's nothing to be ashamed of. At all.
I don't think I might have mentioned a few things to you before,
Yeah.
and that's about it. I just said it on podcast, so.
It's the same
That's
thing
that.
that I say all the time. It's like if you went out tonight, got pissed up, and broke your arm, you'd tell everybody you broke your arm.
Yeah.
But if you went out tonight, had a few beers, and were like, actually, I'm miserable as shit, you wouldn't tell anyone.
Yeah,
Why?
it's weird, isn't it?
It's like
Yeah.
I say it as a bit of like stereotypically because I never did it, but you look back now and you're just like, so what? You feel shit? So
Yeah.
I got depression. So what? Like I broke my ankle. You're a dickhead. You got depression. Let's give you some help.
Yeah.
Because you'll find now, you talk to people, no one's going to turn around and be like, just fucking get on with it.
No.
The majority of people are going to say, right, let's sort it out. It's just the way the world is slowly turning, and you can see that. It just needs to be a bit more. Everyone
Yeah.
get
It's
involved.
stuff like this, innit?
Yeah.
Mate, it's just mates chatting about shit like this is what people need. Celebrities coming out and doing their bit is good, but no one can relate to someone
No.
No,
with
no.
multi-millions who lives in Florida.
Yeah.
Which is half the reason I'm doing Sad Boy, because I live in Birmingham and I've got 2 kids, a wife, and serious money problems to do with cars. So it's unlike everyone else. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's what people need ultimately. It's why it needs more people talking about it. It's the only way it's
100%.
going to get normalised.
No, I'm very similar to yours. Like, I think when I finished college, it was like, right, everyone's going uni. It was just like everyone knew exactly what they were doing. And I was just
Yeah.
like, I'm lost. There's just emptiness of nothing. Everyone just seems so certain. I've wanted to do this for years. I'm doing this. I know exactly. I was just like, shit. What next? What happens?
Yeah.
But then it like that I'm not too bad with that anymore. But like the biggest one with me, I think social anxiety was a massive one for me. Like, I think what dragged me out were you dragging me to dance. Like, this is happening. We're going to a car meeting. I'm like,
Yeah.
can't do it. Like, I used to I wouldn't leave the house. Like,
Really?
I'd be Tesco and stuff, anything like that. Not even like you could say a Trafford Centre where there's thousands of people, but Paddy and Tesco where you might see 30 people. Terrify me. Wouldn't leave the house for that.
No way.
But it's like I say, that was the biggest thing for me, like going out to car meets, and I'm just like, these are all normal people.
Yeah.
And, hang on, they have the same hobby as me. Like, that
Yeah.
were a massive eye opener for me, and it was like, because I was just like, I've always seen things like I've gone from like the school perspective of like you always had your goths, chavs, you had your groups of people, these stereotypes, and it was like that's all there is. And it's like no one's gonna like the same thing as me, but like especially the car meet that opened my eyes. I think I messaged you a few times saying like there is normal people that like they're into the same stuff. It's just Like, and even like people through Instagram and stuff who you just got chatting to, and it's just like this has become like you see him at car meets like Cooper.
Yeah.
He's just like see him in Southport. It's just like, oh, you're right. It's like this is someone you met once or twice before. It's suddenly becoming a friend sort of thing. That blew my mind a bit. But that's getting a lot better now. But that was a few years ago. I say I would not leave the house. It absolutely terrified me.
Yeah, and I mean that's a good thing about the car scene largely. So there's sometimes a lot of shit on Instagram, but ultimately you get people together in person.
Yeah.
It's just a load of like-minded people, and it just
like it's still
hanging out.
Bad now, but like when I go, I won't like instantly run round everyone and like, oh, you're right. I'm not at that stage yet, but it is a lot easier to be like, you have a walk around and have a bit of a nat with someone, and it's like you mutual sort of, you get into it, but like whereas before it would literally be like you turn up in your car and I'd stand there, that I wouldn't leave. It'd be like I'd have to be like, right, come on, we're going over here. It's like, fuck, right, go on then, I will do. But before that, but I say now it's you start getting into more, and I say it's the main thing, like the mutual friend thing and the mutual interest. I think that's opened my eyes a lot. But
we got a takeaway before. Do you remember this?
Yeah,
he got a pizza and he asked for garlic sauce on his pizza and they didn't put it on, and he just said thanks and walked out. I'm like, why didn't you ask him to put your garlic sauce on? He's like, oh, it's right. Oh, it's right. Then it happened like a few times afterwards, and it happened again, didn't you? And you asked for garlic. You said, I asked for garlic sauce. I'm like, fucking yes, Tony.
It's like something so simple as that. That was just me, just shut down more. It was like, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. It's like, I've asked for this. I've paid for this. That's fine. It's okay. It's perfectly fine.
Something as small as asking for garlic sauce on your pizza.
Do you think that's like you didn't want any risk of confrontation, that sort of thing?
Possibly, yeah. I think that is it's like I've always just like possibly take the easy route sort of thing. It's just like it's easier to avoid rather than to confront it. So it's just like I'm not too fussed. It's easier to just go down that route.
Kind of like, what if he thinks I'm a knobhead for asking and stuff like that. I reckon.
It's when it's like stuff starts happening. It's like, oh, that's happening. What if? It's like it's just easy to I'll just detour. But I said he's definitely getting better. But
that's good.
I said Sad Boy meets were 100% one of the big kickstarts for me, with especially social stuff like.
Yeah, that's decent. It's more I want to touch on as well as the meets. It's just I've tried to do everything above board with private land. It's just an absolute nightmare because there's so much stigma around car meets.
That's the thing,
generally frowned upon. I don't want to just meet up at Tesco and
that's the thing I hate. It's like I've been with my missus for a few meals and stuff, and you're like, you park at Tesco, come out, and there's like a massive group, and it's just like, vans and stuff revving up, and you're like, come on, that's what's painting the bad picture like across the board sort of thing. It only takes like, one dickhead sort of thing, doesn't it? But it's everyone gets started with the same brush.
Exactly that. Someone said to me actually the other day, a local lad in Bromsgrove was like, yeah. Do you still park up on X car park? I was like, no one's ever parked up on that car park. That's for everyone that just doesn't have a job, that just likes doing burnout to their mum's Corsa. It's a hard one, isn't it? The car scene, it's difficult. But no, it's decent, man. Let's clink hands for that.
Yes.
Fucking rad.
Clink, clink. Clink, clink.
Clink, clink, motherfucker.
Clink, clink. Noise.
Of course, like, but whatever.
Bitch.
Bastard. He's drinking cider.
Yeah.
I get shit for Coors Light.
Well, yeah, that's full strength fruit. This is where we'll do a percentage check, and this is the lowest.
Yeah, this is where we discover this is alcohol free. 4%.
Mine's 4%.
Yeah, exactly. Pussy boy.
4 gang. Gang.
Oh man, we're all fucked.
Yeah. So I'll have some of that.
Yeah.
If I'm a pussy, your pussy's with me.
Listen, Foster's is
I have 4, you do have 10, so I mean you have that going for you.
40%.
It's December. Year's nearly over. 2019.
Yes.
2020. Sad boy. What are you saying?
Not a clue.
Not a clue?
Not a clue.
Taking every day as it comes.
Mm-hmm. It's grown so organically without any sort of planning.
Yeah.
The only thing I can focus on is what I want to do in terms of awareness, and so we spoke about this, so I'll say it on here, but there will be a huge country length meet next year.
Yep.
Whether you guys are involved or not, but it would be good to have you there. So basically I'll be going from the south Land's End all the way up to John O'Groats.
Yep.
Geography. and it'll just be meets along the way, but I want it to be meets at places.
Yeah.
So it'd be awesome to stop at, like, I don't know, Maguire's, stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Ace
yeah,
Cafe on the
yeah,
way,
yeah,
shit like that.
yeah. Like
But then encourage convoys and people can join along, and then
Sad Boy Tour.
and it'd be awesome, awesome to get to Scotland where it's, you know, obviously free camping and just get like a massive meet and camp and just be absolutely sick.
It's got a ring to it, that.
Yeah, so that's the plan.
Sad Boys on tour.
Sad Boys on tour. Lads. Yeah, that's the plan. That's what I'm working on now. So
That'd be fucking incredible.
Yeah,
well, let us know.
yeah, it'll be a summer thing, obviously with the weather.
Yeah.
But no, that's I wanted to do a big sort of statement piece like that. So I want to get like news involved. I want it like
I was going to say that
pumped.
there's no way that's not going anywhere news or viral stuff, is it? That's making some headlines.
Yeah, that is, you know, it'd be good to get sort of stop-offs with like charities and like NHS speakers and stuff. So like the NHS team have volunteered staff to come to meets and stuff in the shows in the future if I want them there, which is always an angle I wanted to go down, to have like a Sad Boy stand and like Healthy Minds there as well. So people can just
cool.
come and hang out and just chat, no bullshit sort of thing.
That would be cool.
I think that's what makes the brand so appeal to me anyway. It's not this big corporate thing where there's millions behind it and it's just like, right, someone in an office has designed this and go and push this for a bit. It's a person to me. It's like, you know, pretty much there from day dot sort of thing. It's, It's like, you know it as it's you. It's not like this big corporate brand that's just pushing money.
Yeah, you're not seeing sponsored Instagram stories of Sad Boy merch and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's the personal, and like I say, it's the community that's growing with it.
And that's touching on the community. That the best thing that's happened out of this brand, which, as far as I'm concerned, brand complete, is the Facebook group that is totally community run now.
Right. Yeah.
So obviously it's monitored by me.
Yeah.
It's a safe space for people, but it's gone from, I think we're up to nearly 1,000 members. People will talk to other people before I get a chance to jump in and offer my advice.
Yeah.
Which is just sick, because someone's going, right, I'm suffering with this tonight, and someone's going, bang, I've had that, do that. Someone else will come in and be like, have you tried this? That wouldn't happen before.
No. That's really fucking good, isn't it?
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, that's the best thing that will ever come out of Sad Boy, because that is just, basically, it's a social media first.
Yeah.
Because if you've probably seen it, if someone puts up a status on Facebook saying I feel shit, I'm like, attention seeking.
Yeah. If you've got somewhere to put that,
people understand it and just be like, you're not attention seeking, like, this is real life, let me help.
Yeah.
And people just want to help each other, and that's rad.
I like that.
There's never any issues. You know, in reality I have to do very little, just watch over it most nights.
Yeah.
It's just sick. It's awesome.
That is good.
That's not on a small scale, but it's breaking the stigma, isn't it? That's
ultimately, it's
getting people are talking.
And if that's nearly 1,000 people, that's potentially 1,000 people now talking about
the
mental health stuff, which is
you're definitely succeeding in what you're trying to do.
Yeah, definitely.
100%.
It just gets better every day, mate. To be perfectly honest, it's awesome.
That's good. I'm happy. Where we at?
I need a wee, Jay.
You need a wee. Right. Any final thoughts, final words? Where can people find you? If they're definitely already following you, but
yeah. So it's Instagram and Facebook, and then you can message through the store as well. But to be honest, most of it's on Instagram. So if you want me, get me. But
one thing you pride yourself on is DM's always open.
Always open. Maybe not the quickest, but definitely get back to you.
100%,
Sweet. 100% response.
Good record.
Yeah.
Is
not,
record?
It's a lie.
You've definitely left me on red sometime.
Block.
Any final thoughts, Tony?
No, just a massive thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
It's been sharing stories and getting us talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's what it's about.
Certainly is. It's been good to catch up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. If you've been listening, thanks for listening. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you go and follow Dan if you're not already. You'd better be. You just do it.
Yeah, we'll find you.
Yeah.
And send pamphlets.
in a if you ever see a Beamer, a Jeep towing an MX-5 going down your street. Right. Cheers for listening. We hope you enjoyed. We'll see you on the next one. See you
Much
later.
love.
See you later.
Bye.